Hello, everyone. This is Crystal with We Are Magic, and this is another podcast episode. How are you doing? I hope everything is well. I've been battling depression lately, so I haven't really been putting out too much content. But the awesome thing about the awakening and spirituality, you don't wallow around in self-pity too long. Your higher self goes, okay, all right, you've rested, you got your mind right. Let's get it going, girl. Let's get it going, homeboy. What we doing out here? We are more than just sitting around being sad. Shout out to my higher self. Well, anyway, and to the ancestors. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, the ancestors. Oh, we love them, don't we? If you are religious and you are scared to death of the devil and demons, this might help you. Okay. For the spiritual community, you already know the vibes. You already know. I just did a podcast, a recording, and it did not work. And I think I know why. So we're going to start over and pray this one goes through clearly. I've been noticing on TikTok lately a lot of videos where people are showing their haunted houses, and they've had priests called in, they've saged, they've done everything. I don't say anything. I just scroll along because I know a lot of people are fear-based and religious-based out here, and the old narrative, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And if you're not with the Lord, then you're a demon from hell, right? So we just give fear way too much credit. We give him way too much power. And the reason why that's happening is because of the programming and the religion. It's all one and the same. You have, when you're little, and I've done a podcast about this, I've done a YouTube about it, I've even done a blog about it on Medium. We create our own demons through fear because your brain is literally a manifesting generator. Whatever you think, you will bring about. And if you feel it, it manifests even faster for you because emotions are energy in motion. Okay. And, in the Bible, it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. There's a lot of delicious spiritual tools in the Bible. Not the fear-mongering and the bullshit and, the slave subjugation and be a good slave. If you're poor and you're sick, you are going to get into the kingdom of heaven. Let's throw that shit in the trash because you came to earth representing your ancestors to clear up some karmic debt, to learn some lessons from all your past, incarnations here and other places, because the universe is vast. There's a multiverse out here. There's so many time, realm, space, dimensions, realities. We just, as a human, it's just hard to understand. And we do that on purpose because we come here very amnesia state to learn the lessons so we can move on and be the greatest fucking gods that we are. But with that being said, fear is a huge problem. So in the spiritual community lately, it's manifest. But you can't manifest if you're scared to death of everything, right? All you're manifesting is fear. All you're manifesting is lack. All you're manifesting is disease. Everything that they told you is worthy of the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to give you a cheat code. You are the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven, the realm of the kingdom of heaven is you. It's in your heart. You are the kingdom of heaven, baby. And I know in my kingdom, in my reality, and in my universe, it's a vibe. It didn't used to be. It used to be trash. It used to be scary. It used to be horrible. It used to be broke, busted, and disgusted. It used to be going to the hospital all the time due to Crohn's disease, trying to take my life. So yeah, that's the way my kingdom used to be. But I changed that really fucking fast when I realized who my higher self was. So my higher self has been working with me on fear. Fear was my biggest thing. And it's most people's. Fear will just paralyze you. It will stop you in your tracks. You won't be able to move forward. And it's set up that way. Now, fear is supposed to protect you, like your ego is supposed to protect you, right? But fear will stop you from traveling because you're afraid to fly. Fear will stop you from getting in the water because you're afraid to swim. You can't swim. You're afraid you're going to drown. You're afraid you're going to do this. You're afraid you're going to lose all. Fear will stop you from investing in something because you're afraid you're going to lose all your money, right? And fear and worry is nothing but an opposite form of meditation and prayer. And when you see it that way, you're like, ew, Why would I do that to myself? I don't deserve that. They have us afraid to want money because they said the love of money is the root of all evil. But the funny fucking thing is the people teaching this shit has all the money. Come on now. Addictions are addictions. That money has nothing to do with it. You need money to survive on this planet. You need money to pay your bills. You need money to buy food. You need money to buy clothing. You need money to pay all your bills and live in your home and live in your apartment and to put gas in your car or catch the subway or travel. We need money. So it's really fucking funny to me. Yes, I guess. It's really fucking funny to me that they told us to hate it. But go to work, pay your taxes, aka your homage, while they get rich off of us and laugh at us. The people that are pushing a religious agenda don't even believe in what they're preaching. They don't believe it. And I'm not talking about these, old time preachers and little churches and stuff. They believe wholeheartedly that, what they're saying is the truth. But I'm talking about bigger than them. The religionist, listen, it is religiousness, isn't it? The religious organizations, the big guys, the ones I'm talking about. I won't shout them out, but who are. They're the ones who, take the Bible, they take stuff out, they add stuff to, but they have all the wealth in the world. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that they tell us to be poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because those enter the kingdom of heaven? They tell you to be afraid of everything and even God. Be afraid of God. Fear God because God will throw you into hell. Isn't that funny? But yet they're out here having affairs. They're out here blowing money. They're out here just living their best fucking life. Why you pay them to tell you this? Amazing. Amazing to me. I was one of those people. I was a religious nut for most of my fucking life. And now that I know the truth, it's funny to me that they got me in the first half, but they're not getting me in the second half. Well, with that being said, I've been noticing on TikTok all the haunted houses, and they're just terrified. And they're like, oh my God, we can't get rid of these ghosts and these demons. What are we going to fucking do? I just cannot. I don't know what to do. They're attacking my pets now. That I have one simple solution on how to get those demons and those spirits out of your house. You tell your ancestors to remove them. Don't call another preacher. Don't call another priest into your house. Matter of fact, sage that energy out of your house. You want to sage that religious shit out of your home. ASAP. You could even call on Yeshua. You can call on Yah. You can call on any spirit you want to call on to. Don't you dare let another priest in your home to remove an entity. Because isn't it funny? They remove it, but they come right back. Why is that? Most of the time, the knocks, the dings, the shit falling off your table, stuff flying across the room, is your energy doing it. And when I say your energy, I mean your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your sacred ones are trying to get your attention. Because before you incarnated here as the divine God being that you are, baby, and before you go off on me, remember, Jesus said, ye are gods. He was talking to you. You are God. We are all God. He said, everything I do, you can do and more. Why do you think he was saying that? Everything I'm doing that you're making me a god out of right now, because they made him a god, everything I am doing, you can do and more. If you have the faith or the knowing, the size of a mustard seed, that you are so fucking powerful. Okay? So with that being said, ask your ancestors. Ask your ancestors and your spirit guides to remove what it is in your house that does not belong. It's that simple. I had a haunted house my entire life. No matter where the fuck I went. I was in church every Sunday and Wednesday, boo-boo. Drug my kids there too. And yet we still could not get rid of the spirits that were in our home. Saged, holy water, olive oil, screaming at them, all the things. They would not leave. And if they would leave, it was temporary to come right back. So, but I noticed they weren't attacking us. They weren't hurting us. It was the drops. It was seeing them. It was scary, right? And then when I got into spirituality, I realized those were my ancestors. It was my family. Are you serious? I was kicking my family out, but they can't leave because they're here to protect me. They're here to serve me. They're here to assist me. They're here to get me through Earth School, and I was literally kicking them out of my house. So I'm going to make a TikTok video. I'm probably going to get attacked. It's fine. I don't care. The problem is when we're little, we see all these scary movies, we see all these scary episodes, and we're like little supercomputers when we're children. Okay. When you're a child, you are at the mercy of your overlords or parents, right? Or your guardians or whoever took care of you as a child. You'll have no say so. And we set it up that way. It's so weird, this game we play, Earth School. It's so weird how we come in. Some people come in super easy, you know, they have wealthy families, they're taken care of their entire life, they're blessed, they're favored. They come into the earth great and they leave the earth great. And I think the reason why is because they did all the right things in their past lives and they just get to live their best life. Or the other side, they're coming in fresh and they need to start easy. But for most of us, we checked all the boxes before we came here, didn't we? We said we want all the smoke. We want the hardest lessons. We're coming in so hard because we're going to show how tough we really are. And so when we do that, you get to, like me, I was molested by my dad, physically abused, mentally abused, emotionally abused, bullied at school. I had no peace of mind. I had no safe haven as a child. I was a miserable little girl, very depressed, so depressed from all the trauma and the horrible stuff going on in my home, because I had no sanctuary in my home. My teachers bullied me. The students bullied me. My dad bullied me. And I just had no one. I had my mom, but she was so busy trying to keep us afloat because my dad was that sorry and wouldn't pay bills, and we wouldn't have water. We wouldn't have heat. We had kerosene fucking heaters all around the house. This poor woman did what she did to keep us alive. But she was, so she had no idea. She had no idea what was going on with me and my dad. She had a feeling, but she thought, she's like, oh, I'm just being weird, because she had a rough childhood. She's like, I'm just, projecting basically. So my poor mom, did her best. My dad was a piece of shit. And I can say that with confidence. That was a miserable adversary of mine. This boy was a whole enemy. And I purposely chose him as my dad. And the reason why I did that was because he was molested as a child. He was abused as a child by his grandfather. And he passed it down to me. But the cool thing is it ended with me. And that message is for someone. You may have went through all the bad things, but it ended with you. Your children are blessed. You raised your children. We weren't perfect parents, right? I'm a Gen X kid. I was born in 1975. So, and I'm going to touch on that in a minute. But for most of us, we did our best. And just know that. Don't beat yourself up. Okay? If you didn't raise your kids right, all you can do is apologize and say, hey, I fucked up, but you know what? We're here and we did it. And with that being said, let's talk about the hauntings. When I was little, me being a little Scorpio, I loved all the scary, terrifying movies. I was thrust into Friday the 13th, again, born in 1975. All the Michaels, loved Michael, loved Halloween, loved all that stuff. Oh God, Freddy Krueger was bae to me. I watched all of them. It was ridiculous. I was such a horror fan. With that being said, as a little kid, guess what was happening? As I'm loving this horror, my little mind is making energies up in my head, creating energies to attack me, demons, right? And I just didn't know. I did not know why I was so plagued my entire life. And I'm not blaming scary movies. I'm not saying that. Well, all I'm saying is we have to teach our babies everything is energy. We are all one consciousness and source creator, even the demons. They are source too. Source is all. And nothing is outside of us. Everything is all. Okay. And I think if we would just teach our children this, it would be a lot. That's why I love the new star seeds. I love these millennials. I love how they're raising their children. They're just raising them right. They're just like, look, you are an old ancient soul, little one. And mommy is here or daddy is here to assist you. I love these babies. But I was so tormented by fear and the devil and religion. Scared of the devil, scared of God, scared of going to hell, scared of fucking up. I even drugged my kids to church and made them feel this way. And what's so funny, we all collectively woke up at the exact same time. It was insane how we did it. I was a Christian. I've read the Bible. I know all the verses. I read Enoch. I've done the Lost Books. I've done the Apocrypha. All the things, right? And by doing that, it woke me up. Instead of just reading the Bible, just reading the Bible, what the Council of Nicaea told you to read. Don't do that. That's why God says seek wisdom. Wisdom is an ongoing thing. You never, ever, ever get it all. Even when you think the true enlightenment is knowing you don't know a damn thing. And that life is so vast and magical and powerful and ridiculous and amazing and painful, and that's why we're here. We're here to experience all of that, right? So you checked all the boxes, you went through all the things, and now you're here. So instead of looking at the past and being like, oh, I'm such a victim, oh my God, I went through hell, you say, wow, I went through that shit and I won. I didn't give up. I'm still here. I didn't give up. I used to have a horrible problem with people who committed suicide because I was suicidal. I almost killed myself at the age of 10 after my dad did what he did to me. I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, after going through pure childhood hell, and then that happened, I thought, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. And my higher self said, if you do that, you're going to go to hell. She had to because I had a knife to my freaking wrist. A 10-year-old little girl had a knife just ready to end it all. Yeah. So I know why religion was placed in my life, to put that fear in me, to keep me from checking out. It's all divinely planned. As shitty as everything that happened to me, the reason why all the abuse, all the molestation, all the bullying, all the fucked up shit that happened to me as a child happened so I can help people who are going through it. That's why I'm here, to show people. I've went through counseling. I've been on medication. I've did all the things, guys. I'm not even on medication. The medication stopped working because it was a mask. It was something to dull the pain. It wasn't getting to the root. So of course my body started rejecting it. Like, I was definitely ill every time I would take my medicine. I had to get off of my medicine. Therapy is wonderful, and that's the best thing to do, is therapy. Get you someone in your life, whether it's a professional person or a life coach that has been through it and knows exactly what you are going through. And that will help you get over the pain, the trauma, so you can move on with your life. Okay? You've got to realize you are so much more powerful than the spirit of fear. Like I said, fear will stop you from living your best fucking life. It's supposed to be there to stop you and protect you from doing something ignorant. But fear should not cripple you. Okay? So if you have a haunted house or you're dealing with a haunting, just know most of the time it is your ancestors and spirit guides that you handpick to help you and guide you on this journey. Okay? That's what they're not telling you. They'll tell you to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And if you're not present with the Lord, then you're burning in hell or you're a demon. That is a fucking lie. That is a lie, because you are God. You cannot be absent from God because you are God. There is this narrative in the spiritual community that if you take the vaccination, you're cut off from source. Again, that's another religious nut program that has trickled its way into spirituality. Do not believe that shit. You could take the vaccination or you don't have to. It's your sovereign right to do what the fuck you want to do. But to believe a fear-mongering lie is just another part of the program. Don't do it. You're a sovereign being. If someone wants to judge you for whatever reason, that's their problem. That is, they don't pay your bills, boo-boo. They have nothing to do with you. Stop worrying about what people think about you. You see me out here, I'm out here telling you how to get rid of ghosts in your house. Obviously, I don't care about what people think about me, right? But yes, loves, Ask your ancestors. You handpicked them to protect you and to guide you on this journey. You did. Prove me wrong. Ask any spiritual person. Ask a shaman. Ask a witch. Ask a bruja if I'm wrong. Ask them. They will back me up and say, she's right. You want to get spirits out of your house that don't belong? Your spirit guides are literally just sitting there waiting. Like, what do you want us to do? You told us to come down here and you keep kicking us out of your house. What do you want us to do? For those of you who are new to spirituality, this is what I did. While I was still religious, Yah told me to make an altar. Okay? So the first altar I had was unto him because I was still scared to death of him. Scared of God. He's one of them, by the way. He's not the most high, but we're all the most high. That's the thing. You have Tahuti, aka Toph. You have Ganesha. You have Shiva and Kali. You have all of these energies out here supporting you. They've already been through it. I mean, they're literally, you are God. I'm here to awaken the sleeping giants. That's my whole goal on this planet. Is to wake everybody up and let them know that they are not just some basic ass human. You have all the power in your words, in your intent, in your emotions. All you gotta do is tap into it. You're trying to get into the kingdom of heaven. You're trying to stay out of hell. You are the kingdom of heaven, baby. You are an energetic being that could power a whole city. That's how much energy you have in you. Anytime you feel a solar flare or you feel like this huge energetic wave interrupt into you and you're like, what the fuck is going on with me? Is this a hot flash? What is this? It's just your vibration raising, baby. When they say raise your vibration, it's raising your emotions. Oh, your vibration's low. It's because they feel your negative energy, or they feel your depression, or they feel your apprehension, or they feel your fear. They don't really tell you in a very practical way on how to do these things. And this is why I'm here. It may sound woo. It may sound, oh, she's went off the tape. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I promise you. I have been through it. My third eye is pulsating, by the way. I've been through all the things. I've been through all the abuses. I've been through all the molestations. I've been haunted. I've been tormented. I've went through all the things. I've done a podcast on how I transmuted all my demons that I created. There is no devil to blame. It's you. You can't say, oh, the devil made me do it. No, you did it. This is how you accept your shadow self and get out of the fear mindset, is to realize you can be narcissistic at times. You can be an asshole sometimes. And guess what? The fact that you're acknowledging it makes you badass, and you're okay. It's okay. No one's perfect. That's how you wake up. That's how you live your true, authentic self. You're not in front of a camera going, oh, I am love and light. I am only love and light. They are lying. I know some of those I know a lot of those light workers personally. Pure assholes. I promise you. Narcissistic, evil. They get on there for views. It is not real. It is not authentic. And a lot of them are delusional. They're not listening to Thoth. They're listening to their shadow self that they have yet healed. And everything. Oh, and a lot of times, they'll get on YouTube and watch other people and then regurgitate what they're saying. So just know, get out of worship mode right now. Let's work on getting through the fear. And let's live our best fucking life. Because I promise you, you're not going to go to hell because you want to have money. And the reason why you want money is because you want to live your best life here. You don't want to be in debt. You don't want to be struggling payday to payday. That's not what makes a good religious person. It makes you broke, busted, and disgusted. And you are too divine of a being to put up with that shit. So the next time someone tries to scare you with something, tell them to get the fuck behind you. The next time you hear a knock at your house or the energy is off, feed your ancestors. And your girls are like, how do you feed your ancestors? Well, like I said, build an altar. An altar can be your dresser, a bookshelf, a coffee table. It's nothing fancy. Build an altar. You put some pictures of your ancestors on there or people who've passed on. Don't put any living people, just people who's passed on. Those passed on people represent your ancestors that you can't see physically, okay? I'm not saying, Auntie Wilma is an ancestor right now. She may be going through another karmic lesson. But what I'm saying, when you see a visual representation of your passed on loved ones, it gives you a purpose in the physical, right? You have so many guides out here supporting you and protecting you that you have no idea. When you're and it's not just angels. You have demons protecting you. You have jinn protecting you. You have elementals, you have dragons, I'm going woo on you because I want you to get this. Stop being afraid. Program each and every one of your spirits that you have created to torment you, to scare you, to terrify you, and turn them amazing little divine beings into angelic protection spirits, because that's all they are. Demons are angels who decided not to do what Yah told them to do. I'm just going to be real with you. They broke off a religion. Like, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. So with that being said, you as source creator can do the same thing. You can take control of your life. You can stop listening to the fear-mongering programming. And you can take control of your life. Ever since I've done this, my house is not haunted. I don't have demons fucking with me. Now, I will hear the knocks and the bangs and the shit falls down. That's my ancestors getting my attention. The energy is not wicked at all in my house. There are times when I will feel an energy enter, because every energy, everything out here, because all energy, everything is energy. Everything is source. Please understand that. Everything is source. I just feel some of you are like, I don't know, Crystal. I promise you, I'm not lying to you. The reason why I don't speak on a lot of stuff is because I take time to go through it and to experience it, to see what works and what doesn't work. Okay? This works. You cannot go wrong with your spiritual team. I have a whole crew dedicated to getting my mission across. And I love them for it. So you get your ancestor altar, you put the pictures up, you put a glass of water up there, because water is energy. Water is very powerful. It is a conduit. You can get you a candle. If you don't want to use candles, you can use like a little scentsy lamps or whatever it takes. Whatever you want to do. That's the awesome thing. Everybody says, this is how you do an altar. These are the mistakes you're making. You are the creator of your universe. You make your altar the way you want to make it. Some people like to put crystals on it, and then so no, it takes away from the ancestors. Again, we are all energy. Put what you want to put. You can even do a fairy altar. You can do anything you want to do to acknowledge the presence of your people that you handpicked before you incarnated here. Remember, you checked all the boxes. You're like, I want all the smoke. I'm coming here with the hardest lesson. So I need the baddest fucking team to represent me down here. So with my team, I got Kali Ma, Shiva, main woman, Shakti. I have Lakshmi and Aset, or Isis, same person, as my abundance support. I have Ganesha as my obstacle remover. I have Tahuti, aka Toph, as my wisdom. Actually, Mother is my wisdom, but yeah, he is a wisdom god. I have Sekhmet, Oya, I have all of the Hecate, I have this whole crew. And these are aspects of me that work with me and help me and support me and remind me that I am so much more than crystal. Yeah, I'm playing crystal here, but I am. Get it? I am. And when you know you are powerful and that no fucking weapon or fuckery or curse or hex or vex formed against you prospers, boom. And then you have some of these light workers out here saying, don't return to sender, don't do that. Don't just call in the light. You are the light. Who you calling in? Calling your ancestors and your spirit guides is who you call in and say, hey, someone just sent something negative on me. And what I like to do, this is a fun thing I like to do. This is for the expert spiritual people. When they send demons on me, I just take them from them. I go, oh, you're mommy's babies now. You're my baby. That's how I talk to demons. You're mother's babies now. You're my babies now. You protect me now. So that little attack that they did is going to turn back on them.